The following contest, brought to you by TanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 5 rounds. It is for the Fury Amateur Series Flyweight Championship. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 125 pounds. Fighting out of Valle de Santiago, Guanajuato, Mexico. He holds an amateur record of 4 wins, only 1 loss. Here is Juan Gonzalez. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 124.6 pounds. Fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, he holds a perfect amateur record of 4 wins, no losses. Here is El Gallo de Pelea, Dragon Davila. And now referee John Shorley with your final championship instructions.
Okay, guys, give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Juan Gonzalez, blue gloves, Dragon Davila in the red.
Yeah, didn't expect the glove touch out of Dragon Davila after seeing the way he was. Very menacing stare down.
Yeah, neither guy disrespectful, but some strong eye contact at weigh-ins. I think both guys are taking this very serious.
Yeah, and you can tell.
You mentioned that name, Dragon. By the way, his brothers, true story. One is named Tiger, and the other one is named Bam Bam.
Where's his parents? I want to go hug his parents right now.
I wish I could have named my daughters Dragon and Tiger. That would be sick. Although my 9-year-old, her nickname is Switchblade.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I know Juan prepared a lot for some hard-nosed wrestling. He wanted to keep his range and, just work on just doing a little damage over time. I know he's got a no back exposure game plan. So Juan Gonzalez just fight James Ramon. James Ramon, I think, has over 10 fights as an amateur and has some of the best wrestling we've seen in this amateur division. So thankfully his last fight camp was perfect for this fight. Oh, nice sitting on the right hand from Juan.
Immediately going in for the shot is Dragon.
Juan's got a strong submission game.
Good balancing act there from Juan.
Now, one thing we know, Juan can fight for the 5 rounds. We've seen him do it before. It was a pretty high-paced fight with his match against Jay already. They pretty much boxed the whole time. And Davila has, only gone 3 rounds. And he has slowed down a bit, so I know Juan was kind of banking on his cardio to pay off. And we were really working, if you want to be champ, you got to win the championship rounds. So I know he's waiting for rounds 4 and 5. And as of right now, he's done a good job working his get-ups. Davila successful in on a couple of takedowns. Good diligence there. One thing we're not short of in our fight camp is a lot of good wrestlers, and I know we tried to torture Juan with wrestling defense. Good left hand.
Yeah, that's a big left hand. There's another one.
Yeah, we noticed.
Oh,
right hand from
good connect
Gonzalez.
A little desperation wrestling there from Davila.
Flying knee there from Juan Gonzalez. Huge shots. And this is what we've seen Juan do in the past. He gets taken down, but he finds triangles, he finds arm bars, but man, he did some real strong damage in the near finishing moments of round 1. Davila coming in strong though.
10 seconds left.
Crafty roll.
Wow.
Hit up from Juan. What a way to finish this round off, because this was a close round. I think Juan wins the damage battle. Davila with some good entries. Man, what a great championship first round. Juan found a spark.
We'll take a look at the highlights in a second, but if there's one thing that we learned from that round is Dragon does not like getting punched. And he will get a a shot out. You know, Alan will get a shot from Dragon to get that fight to the ground.
I'll tell you, in the tape study we watched, that was one thing we knew. He didn't like getting hit. And so Alon, we told him not to load up, just focus on scoring, focus on touching, throwing volume, not really power.
Well, that's one thing that me and Dragon have in common. I don't like being hit either. But, you know, in there in the cage, you can see those desperation shots. And, you know, he's closing the space. He's doing a good job of closing the space. And those desperation shots are working. It'd be interesting to see what happens when they don't work, when they can't close the distance anymore. And as this goes on and as the fight wears on, you'll see him tire out just a little bit. I mean, you'll see both fighters tire out a little bit. It's just going to be a matter of who takes the wear and tear a little better.
Yeah, I know a big part of this is just Alon not accepting the bottom position. Notice it's being patient, almost like a matador.
I'll tell you what, I hope that Davila tattoo is getting some social media coverage because that match is almost identical to those shorts.
Yeah, whoever
Pretty
his
awesome,
artist was needs a shout out.
Yeah. Can't tell, does he have a tattoo sponsor on those shorts?
Ooh, and that's another good calf kick there from Alon.
Kimura tattoo should hook him up from something.
It's too colorful, hard to read. Davila, I think no secret, he was going to use, you know, he uses his wrestling very well in all of his fights. And it's very fundamentally clean. He's in on a high C now, head goes back to the inside, he's in on a classic single leg. He'll chain his attacks together pretty well.
Yeah, he does a good job of putting of his head placement whenever he's trying these takedowns. Can't take a ton of damage from there. You know, his head's in good position when he does go down. He's not in a position to get guillotined. He just hasn't been able to keep the pressure forward so far. Alana's been able to stand right back up.
Good punches there from Dragon. By the way, he is a coach at Ohana Academy. So he loves mixed martial arts. He's all in.
Crafty, a little deep De La Riva leg inversion. He'll crab ride to the back. I'm telling you, Alon's got super crafty jiu-jitsu. He's got an exceptionally crafty guard. And he knew he'd have to use it in this fight as Davila scores another takedown. This is what Alon can't do is settle in position. Man, he's got Davila bleeding. It may have been from that up kick. I'd be curious. Because Davila definitely gushing out of his nose.
Yeah, definitely. You're right. He landed two up kicks, one with the toes and one with the heel. That one with the heel may have caused a lot of bleeding. Yeah, there's blood pouring out of there.
I mean, his nose is busted up. Alon likes to have fun when he fights. We try to keep him focused, and I'm not even gonna look at him. Man, I'll tell you, his nose is bleeding bad.
Yeah. I wonder if the referee could stop this and take this to the other side of the cage.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I have a white shirt on.
Yeah, Rahil's got a white shirt on. And if y'all don't know this, Rahil will pass out if blood gets on him.
I am not a fan of that.
Says the best play-by-play commentator in the country that's not named John Anik.
10 seconds left. Man, what an exchange here to end round two.
Oh, man, Gonzalez is finding some huge shots.
Man, he finished the first and second round the same. Kind of chasing Davila down and just landing some big shots there to finish that round.
Yeah, I'd love to see maybe the replay on what opened up Davila's nose, because I don't think Alon was able to really punch him on the feet. But he did throw those two up kicks. And one of them gave him enough space to get back up. I'll bet you it was an up kick that busted his nose. Yeah,
it looked like he landed two up kicks. One was with the toes a little bit more, and one was with the heel. And I think that's the one where Davila kind of turned his body and turned his face away from him. Gave Alon the space to be able to get back up. And then, man, once he got back up, pretty dominant once he got back on his feet. Alon has finished the last first and second round the same.
Very strong.
15 seconds up, comes up, chasing Davila down, delivering some very strong shots.
See how long we can keep this on the feet. Alan Gonzalez had a lot of success in round one. Dragon Davila took that to the ground in round two. Let's see what happens here in round three.
I'll tell you one thing we're seeing from Dragon is he is kind of planting his feet and throwing down a little bit harder. Oh, nice sharp right hand there from Alon.
And Alon is so polished for an 18-year-old kid. Striking so good. Defense is really good. Ooh, Davila lands a couple shots there.
A big right there. Ooh.
Man, I'll tell you, Alon makes him pay when he misses those shots.
And that's what I was talking about, Alex. When those shots are, he's not able to close that space, how's he going to react? Because Alon is teeing off on him now.
Yeah, the range is really good for Alon. He's doing a great job. He's just got to stay disciplined and not get overzealous, which he's not.
Oh, man.
That nose is really opened up.
That nose is busted.
When I tell my guys, when they have a tough opponent like Alon does in Davila, I say, don't go for the finish. In this case, you have 15 minutes to just do as much damage as you can.
And damage he is doing is Alon Gonzalez.
Man, and that's got to be disheartening for Davila to, try to make some space. Gonzalez still marching forward, firing shots into that nose.
Yeah, Alon, a really good understanding of range in this fight. Oh, big calf kick.
Oh.
Davila closed the space there. Able to get it to the ground, but Alon does a good job of. Davila tried to go for that mount immediately. Alon did a good job of stuffing that.
Yeah, Alon's got to get up to his feet if he wants to try to really limit Dragon from scoring this round. And this is Dragon's best moment so far in this third round. Man, I'll tell you, that nose is just leaking. I mean, this cage is already a mess.
Yeah, it's slippery inside right now. Dragon Davila looking
reversal attempt here from Alon. And on an armbar.
Oh.
Davila hit to it. Another good kick from Alon. My man's looking to do damage.
Oh, man, Dragon unloading to end this round.
Oof, wow.
This is a championship fight.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I know, we told Alon, he needs to look forward to championship rounds. And I was saying all camp, we were all saying all camp, if you want to be champ, you got to win championship rounds. So I think getting here is a good sign for him. But Davila has found his successful moments with his wrestling, albeit he is a bit worse for wear.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Raheel working on the microphones here.
All right, so our fourth round, championship rounds forthcoming, as the great John Anik would say.
I got to tell you, Alex, and even in the positions where Alon has been in a little bit of trouble, man, he never panicked. The maturity of this kid inside this cage is just, I mean, it's a little unsettling how calm and how good he is in there.
Yeah, the young blood loves to fight for sure.
And at the same time for Dragon Davila, man, he has looked fantastic as well. A lot of adversity and has tried to implement his game plan. We saw it at the end of round 3, and now unloading is Dragon.
I mean, there's no doubt why this is the championship fight. I mean,
yeah,
both
100%.
these guys, I mean, Davila, looking really good in his wrestling. In his shining moments, looks really, really good.
Alon looking for a triangle. Davila gets his head out though. Alon in on an omoplata. These can be challenging to finish in MMA.
Dragon coming out on top in the scramble.
It's a cool exchange. Man, that nose is just, the moment it gets touched, gets right back to bleeding. Dragon has been using his wrestling pretty well in this fight. But man, we even saw this in rounds 1 and 2 where he was kind of able to get some control time, but Alon has found some moments to do some damage. We'll see if he can't find that again here in round 4.
Yeah, I mean, rounds 1 and 2 looked like this for most of the fight. Looked like exactly like this. Alon got up with 15 or 20 seconds left and did the most damage in the round, and probably stole those rounds maybe with that last 15 or 20 seconds in rounds 1 and 2. And we've seen some decisions tonight. We've seen how much they're valuing damage, and a lot more damage on the face of Davila right now. But Davila is, even though the control time is here, if he wants to win this fight, he's going to have to start doing some damage to Alon Gonzalez.
Absolutely. He's going to have to try to build his base up to his feet. Alon's doing a good job kind of pummeling his leg back to the inside. Certainly that wrist ride of Davila, though, that's given Alon a lot of trouble. Alon's got the underhook. Oh, a nice high kick there from Alon as he's back on the offensive pursuit. Man, I would not be surprised if Davila's nose is broken, because they usually don't bleed that bad. Oh, nice little Lee uppercut to a straight right. Finally got Davila on the back foot. Did Alon Gonzalez. Oh, jump knee. That was a big one.
Yeah, that nose is leaking bad now.
The end might be near.
Oh, man, here comes Davila firing back.
Never mind, 10 seconds left. Now Dragon with some huge punches. Alon egging him.
To the right hand. That was awesome. Wow. He was baiting him to throw, and he knew he was going to slip and rip it. Man, the face of Davila is bleeding as we come in round 5.
Man, what a championship fight. This is an example of, and keep in mind, these two guys are amateurs. 18, 22 years old, highly, highly skilled. These two guys will be fighting for that. One of these guys or both of these guys, they may fight each other again at some point, and it may be for a title again here at Fury as a pro, because both these guys are very good. I see a very bright future for both these young guys, 22 and 18. I mean, if I could watch fights like this all day.
All day, me too.
Alon urging the crowd to get up on their feet. He is in enemy territory. Dragon, a San Antonio kid. 5th and final round. How do we have this fight scored so far?
Man, it's got to be 4-0 if one of them was close, 3-1 maybe, but man, I think Alon Gonzalez has just dominated this fight so far, and as far as damage goes.
Yeah.
There has been some moments where Davila has, dominated the ground game, but not really done a lot of damage down there. He's dominated the control time, I would say, but I mean, as far as damage goes, I mean, it's obvious.
And he's not really been able to threaten any submissions either, has Dragon Davila.
Oh man, Alon is connecting with some big punches. And definitely round 3 was Dragon's best round. Had the big slam, had that big finish to the round.
Man, Alon is still looks as fresh as he did coming out in the first round.
Yeah, the cutman did a good job on the nose of Davila going into 5, because it's not quite opened up just yet.
Crew Bob Perez working the cut for that corner.
Oh, his mouthpiece is out. I mean, a takedown is good, but it's only good if you can threaten submissions or do some damage, and Davila needs to find some moment to do some damage.
No gloves, no nothing.
Yeah. The referee was very hesitant to pick that up without gloves on.
That's right.
I would too. Alex, I'm not sure if that's a new cut or if that's just the blood pooling, but it looks like to be on the left eye now.
Oh, maybe so. I think that may be just nose blood.
Okay. It looks to be a little bit thicker.
Oh, looking for a back take as Alon, but Davila was able to trap both feet. As Alon gets back to his feet.
About 30 seconds left in this fight.
Oh, man. Big right hand from Alon Gonzalez. Gives him a battle to a slip to a right hand.
Alon Gonzalez is feeling it. Man, he is unloading. He is yelling at Dragon. He is just playing head games right now.
Man, this kid has to be on the main card. Alex, he's ready to go pro.
We'll see. I know for a fact our coach is pissed right now at Alon for not getting the finish and screaming at him.
Man, what a fight for Alon Gonzalez.
Wow. That was a good scrap.
Woo! Man, so much respect between these fighters, and Alon Gonzalez wanted us to shout out his entire family watching back in Houston and in Valle de Santiago, and he put on a show for his family and everyone here at the beautiful Boeing Tech Sport Center.
Yeah, man, and I'll tell you what, that was an amazing fight. Both these fighters should be extremely proud of the way this fight went. This was entertaining. This had a very high skill level. I mean, this was a very, very good fight for both guys. I mean, a good fight. Just, man, what a couple of prospects we just saw in there. I mean, a bright future for both of these guys. But man, they should both be extremely proud of that fight. That looked like a championship fight.
Absolutely.
All right, so judges are calculating everything up. Sorry there, Michael.
Yep.
Just to lay out, we still have one more title fight, light heavyweight title fight coming up here in our amateur series. And then after that, we have 3 pro fights. One of the pro fights is now off. Drake Lopez, Gavin Teasdale is no longer happening. Talk about it off air.
Yeah.
But we do have 3 more pro fights coming up on this prelims broadcast.
I'll tell you that 205 championship amateur fight is going to be a blast. That's coming up next.
Well, it's got a lot to live up to after chasing this one. I mean, coming after this is the worst place you could fight, I promise you.
All right, the judges have calculated everything up. Let's see who the new champ is going to be. Here's Wayne.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of championship action, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision. Judge Angel Mendez scores the fight 48-47, Davila. Judge Joe Calvi scores the fight 48-47, Gonzalez. Judge Wilfredo Esperon scores the fight 48-47, declaring a winner by split decision in new Fury Amateur Series flyweight champion, Alon Gonzalez.
Man, I'll be honest, I don't think that was a split decision, but I'm kind of glad it was. I mean, just because of the way the fight went, that was an amazing fight.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dragon Davila to the end of the day, man. I can't wait to see him fight again. And that fight was worth every penny these fight fans paid to watch. Congrats to our new champ, Alon Gonzalez.